Good morning, guys, and welcome to my morning fall routine for 2023. First step, obviously, is walking the dogs and letting them get situated. Not all mornings run just like this. Some mornings are different. Like right now, you see me putting out my yoga mat. I try to do wall Pilates, which is my thing that I'm in right now. I try and do that 2 to 3 days a week if I can actually get on that schedule. I wake up at 6:45 to make that happen. You see 6:51 by the time I get my mat out, the dogs outside, everything. But I do attempt to do this at least 2 to 3 days a week. That does not always happen. The other days I sleep in, I snooze, I get other things done. It really doesn't matter if I'm sleeping in as long as I get up by 7:15 to wake the kids up for school. But trying to do a workout in my house because I'm doing wall Pilates, anything on the floor work, Mako is in my face 90% of the workout. And if it's not Mako, it is one of the cats. And if it is a day off for the kids, my daughter is right beside me trying to do the yoga too. She even has a mat. But even rolling up the mat is very difficult with the animals in my house. Next thing I love to do is get a load of laundry started. We have 7 people in our house and we go through a lot of laundry. So before I even wake the kids or do anything else, I will go in and start a load of laundry and get that running for the day, because then by the time I drop the kids off for school and come home, I can move this into the dryer and just keep the day going. Then it's off to take care of the cats. They all love fresh running water out of the faucet, but I do try to get them to take the bowl. And then I will fill Weasley's bowl in here. Tristan has already done Valera's in the morning. Both my older 2 boys are already gone for high school. They ride the bus. They take care of everything in the morning. Weasley, this is his routine. He's still playing with his lizard. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, I talk about it over on Instagram, but he has a pet lizard. I'm not kidding. And then about 7:15, I like to wake the kids. None of them are morning people. You'll see here, Brianna covers her face. She goes back to sleep, at least tries. But then I will feed her kitten in her room, because otherwise Weasley and Valera will steal the food from her. And then off to wake up Declan, who also is not a morning person, and we've recently put him on the top bunk, and Aiden on the bottom bunk, so half the time I can't reach him. Gwen was in my bed this morning. For the last 2 weeks, she's been off and on in my bed. She was getting over a cold, and she likes to sleep in my bed, and then wake up and go watch cartoons while I get breakfast ready. For breakfast on this particular day, Declan wanted oatmeal and Gwen asked for some weird, gross Halloween cereal she picked out of Target. I don't even understand why she wanted it. She took like 6 bites and was done with it. Either way, I'm not going to question it. I let them pick whatever they want for breakfast, whether it's waffles, pancakes, fresh fruit. It does not really matter. As long as I'm putting something good into their tummy before they go to school, I'm happy, and that's enough for me. And then on to pack lunches. I have a bunch of different shape Uncrustable makers. I have Halloween ones. Declan's been obsessed with me packing his lunch with different Halloween things. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do right here, is just make a homemade Uncrustable, and I'm gonna cut it into a ghost shape. I found it at Marshall's like 2 weeks ago. The night before, I like to set out as much stuff as I can on the countertop, and nothing perishable, obviously, but set out the lunch boxes, water bottles, anything like that, so I'm not fishing around and trying to find them in the morning when it's full-blown chaos. This has been one thing that helps me keep my mornings nice and calm. If I just get up that extra time in the morning, whether I'm doing the workout or not, it doesn't matter. It just helps me to not have a bunch of rushing around and crazy last-minute things to do, and all of a sudden, wow, we just lost 10 minutes, we just lost 15 minutes, we're completely behind schedule and rushing out the door. I hate when we have to do that, so I much prefer a very calm, chill morning, and getting as much done the night before as I can helps me make that work. Also, I take care of the backpacks, waters, lunches, everything for Gwen and Declan. Brianna handles everything for herself. She is my middle schooler, and it was a no uniform day today, so I was able to just put whatever outfits the kids asked for. Declan loves that ramen shirt, so that was another good thing and made today easier, is it was a no uniform day. For the tiny kids, I will go set up their toothbrushes, put the toothpaste on because otherwise they'll paint with it and just make a mess. And then all 3 kids basically share the bathroom, get their hair, everything done that they can do on their own. I will handle Gwen's hair, obviously. But for Declan and Brianna, they do everything else in there on their own. While I'm in my bathroom, I take the 5 minutes to brush my teeth. I would normally take my hair out of the braids, but I said forget that this morning. My mascara doesn't like to come off, so even in the next morning, I've got to clean it so I don't look like a raccoon. A little bit of lip gloss, fix the eyebrows, and I'm out the door. That's about as much as you're going to get out of me this early in the morning. Right now you see me multitasking, putting my earrings in, taking Gwen's hair ties out from the night before that she refused to let me take out, and then she needs to tangle her because she has curly hair, and then I will brush and braid her hair or put in a ponytail, whatever she asks for that day, while she watches cartoons and keeps her calm. We need to be out the door by 8:10 to make it to school on time, and luckily we were on schedule today with no issues. You could tell Gwen is very excited. She loves going to school, and I send all 3 out to the car. Brianna helps buckle the baby while I make sure we didn't forget anything. I love listening to K92 on the radio in the mornings for Second Date Update. If you've never heard that, it's absolutely hysterical. And by the time we listen to that, we're able to drop the kids off in Carline. The first 2 get dropped off at one campus, and then Gwen does go to the same school, but they have multiple locations, and only one does VPK. So I have to take her across town over to her own car line, and she gets so excited sitting in my car. She'll put her backpack on, and then she'll sit and stare out the window, just waiting for her turn and looking at the different cars and saying which friend of hers is popping out. It's adorable. And then down to Walmart. If I have any errands to do, this is when I will do them for anything we need for the house. Just got home from dropping the kids and doing that short little Walmart run. I only needed a few things, and one of the main things was I needed toilet paper because we put the last roll on last night, and we can't have that. We've got 7 people in this house, and we're running low on milk. But these, their website said that they were out of these, and I needed a few more. I'll show you in a second what they're for. But if you want people to look at you like you're crazy, go digging through a big bucket of those. The reason I say go digging is because they have the faces, and yes, I could re-put the faces back on, but see how that one's got a hole there, that one's got a hole there. Some of them were missing like half their mouth, part of their nose, a little chunk of their eye. So I had to dig through to hopefully find some faces that were all okay. I wanted to grab some salad and stuff for dinner, some lunch meat, and I had to grab more half and half. I absolutely hate when this stuff goes bad and then I go to use it for my coffee. To be fair though, this big old thing is from Sam's, and I don't usually buy this because it's only me and Tristan that have coffee in the mornings. So it's pretty much a waste when we do this, but we were in there and we had none, so we did it anyways, but I don't normally do that. And the other thing I grabbed while I was in Walmart was I grabbed some more cans of cat food because I will actually use this like a birthday cake for the cats. And I can't remember if Valera was more of a chicken or a turkey, so I grabbed both because she is so picky. But today's her birthday. So I take one of these, I turn it upside down, it looks like a little cake, and I put a candle on it. I bought this same set of 0 to 9 for Valera for her first birthday, and I've used every single candle so far. She's using her number 5 tonight. And then Voodoo and Weasley, their birthday is in 4 days, so I got them each a set now. So they'll have the same birthday candles. Actually, what I got more of the pumpkins for, I only have one, and no, it's not staying right there. I'm gonna have it more centered with the tree. Oh, and my camera's fogging. But like I said, I'm going to have that more centered with the tree, and then I'm going to have one over there in front of that spiral tree. And then I bought 3 more because I'm going to put them right over here, 1, 2, and 3. About 9:40 in the morning, and what I will do at this point is switch out the wash that I started this morning, obviously put away the rest of this stuff, throw this away, and then clean up anything that I left for myself last night, like a sink full of dishes plus the breakfast dishes this morning. I just didn't feel like dealing with it last night. We had a lot going on. So I have dishes to do, some trash to take out, and then if you saw it when Gwen was getting ready for school this morning, I do have a basket of clothes to fold as well. My older 2 boys have the chore of unloading the dishwasher whenever it is ready to be done, and sometimes they get around to it in the mornings. Otherwise, my husband will do it, or I'll even do it myself, just to make sure that I start my day with an empty dishwasher, and then I can reload everything into it during the day as we go. Now, this is a little more full than I like for the morning because I was lazy the night before, and I really don't care. I'm not going to stress myself out if something doesn't get done. I will just move it around and make it work. And this is the load from this morning that was done for me, so I could just go ahead and move it and keep going. If I had more stuff to wash, this is when I would go ahead and throw in another load, whether it's towels, bedding, whatever. Luckily on this particular day, I only had the one load to get done. And then off to the bathroom, I will clean up the kids' toothbrushes, any of that. I keep these little towels that you just wet and then they pop up into a full-size towel, and wipe down the counter, wipe down the sink, get rid of all the gross, nasty spit marks from the toothpaste. I can't stand the sticky grossness. And then into the kids' rooms, I don't fully make their beds. You will see it. It is just kind of pieced together because Declan will come home and he will turn his bed into a fort as soon as he gets home. Aiden, the dog, as you can see, Hunter lays on his bed all day long. So we don't really have to do much down there either because it's going to get messed up too. This is just because I prefer to have the house looking put together. But this doesn't happen every day either. Gwen has been putting stickers all over my house, and I take the boys' water cups out from the night before into the girls' room. Voodoo follows me everywhere right now. But all I do on Brianna's bed is straighten up her pillows, straighten up her stuffed animals, and fold her throw blanket because half the time she doesn't even use her real bed. She just uses her throw blanket. And then down onto Gwen's bed, hers, forget it. I only halfway do her bed because for one, it's a pain in the butt to get in there, and for two, she will do the same thing Declan does. Come home, throw all of her stuffed animals everywhere, put the blanket wrapped around her like a tortilla, and watch cartoons. Then finally, it's time for me to have some coffee. Normally, I will make a pot and let it sit here for me and then drink off it for the mornings, but sometimes I will do the K-cups. Like right now, my pumpkin spice is in the K-cups, so I just wait until it's time for me to sit down, and then I'll make my cup of coffee. Gwen is only in preschool for 3 hours a day, so what I like to do is give at least an hour of that to myself to just relax. Right now I'm folding laundry. That's pretty relaxing to me. Watching a show, I will do this basket on a really slow pace, but then I will still make sure to take some of this time to myself, hang out with my pets, just chill, watch a show I like. If I've got any reels or TikToks, anything like that I need to actually make, not like do the filming part, just get them posted and put together, I will do that too during this time because that's also something I do find relaxing, as well as watch my little kittens play because they do this every morning as well. I have to leave in about 5 minutes to go get Gwen, and that is where my morning routine does end. Once I get her home, we'll put all of her stuff away, clean her water bottle, set her up for lunch, and we will just hang out for the rest of the afternoon until the other kids get home from school. Now, because I'll be filming the PM routine, which will be posted straight after the morning routine, I will fix my hair, do my makeup, and get myself ready for filming because that is something else that I would have done this morning if I didn't have errands and other things to run in my morning routine. I don't do hair and makeup every day. That's literally something I reserve for if I'm going out, like out, or if I'm doing YouTube filming. Any noise you hear is the two tiny kittens. They are still running around having zoomies. They will do that for a few more hours, but it's not just the two babies. Valera does play too. But otherwise, I'm gonna go ahead and end this one, pick up my daughter. If you enjoyed it, thumbs up, subscribe if you are new. Let me know down below if your morning routine differs in any way, shape, or form because I love to hear back from you guys and actually have, a conversation down there in the comments. And I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.